How are we doing, guys? Always TV, probably the biggest star we've had on the channel so far, Lee Chapman, the great Lee Chapman. Thanks so much for the interview. So we're going to talk today about the 1989-90 season in sort of comparison to this season. So first thing to start off with is, with 8 games to go this season, we're on the exact same amount of points as we were in 89-90. And you know, just talking about more Wilco than anything, you know, for the first kind of question, was his kind of mindset any different for sort of the last 8 games or so? Was he really paying attention to what...
It's important the manager keeps his nerve and makes sure that he stays calm and collected, because this stage of the season we were very nervous. We knew that how important it was to get promotion, and it was on a knife edge. You know, we were in the same position. We weren't up at the top, and we weren't sure where we were going to get up. We'd had little dips in form, and they will have dips in form. The current Leeds team will, and the manager Bielsa has to stay calm, because that transmits to the players. Because all the players will be panicking because they know what pressure there is on them to get promotion this year.
And obviously you came in the January of that season, as well as getting tons and tons of goals. I think it's 12 and 21 off the top of my head. Did you feel as one of the more experienced players that you were coming in to bring experience to what was quite, you know, we had, you know, likes of, you know, the great Gary Speed and that, like, you know, young players in the team. David Batty as well. Did you feel
it's important the experienced players in the current Leeds team come to the fore and settle the nerves of the younger players. They had me obviously there. They had Gordon Strachan, and to a less extent Gary McAllister. And Strachan especially was a wonderful captain, a wonderful leader, and he was a real rock that everyone sort of leant upon. And you know, towards the end, Strachan came to the fore. He was magnificent. I remember the game before the Bournemouth game, Leicester. We were struggling. We were 1 down. We got to 1. We needed to win, and Strachan got a goal out of nowhere, which was an amazing feat. And he held his nerve where others around him weren't quite as calm.
So going into that Bournemouth game, to go off the Leicester game, obviously you got the late goal off Strax, you know, and everyone thought we got promoted that day, and to find out we didn't get promoted that day, and then going to Bournemouth and needing to win. What was the atmosphere like? You know, you've gone from thinking we're up now to we're not up, and then we need to win now to go back up. You know, what was kind of the atmosphere like? Was it really nervous?
Really tense, really tense. And obviously we're in a seaside resort. It's like a big day out, and we heard that the fans were getting up to a bit of no good as well. So that in a way took the pressure off us, because I think there were a few incidents outside the ground, and that took the pressure away from us in the game. And of course, you know, that goal that I scored was probably the most important goal. One of the most important goals of my career. Great cross from Cammy, far post header, and that was it, 1-0.
And obviously was touched on, you know, Strack's big moment against Leicester, your big moment obviously against Bournemouth, one of several big moments. What other kind of big moments do you think happened in the season that maybe fans would be less kind of aware of, you know, that really turned the season around, you know, when maybe we're in a bad sort of run of form, you know, that big kind of moment you think changed the season?
I think the biggest asset we had was the manager. He was very calm. You know, Howard, he's very dour. You know, he doesn't get excited. You know, he doesn't get carried away. He was very careful of what words he chooses. And I think the manager was our guiding light. He was our rock, our stability. And I think that it's important. The manager has a massive part to play from here to the end of the season.
And of course, you see the similarities between Wilco, Marcelo Bielsa, and that lot. And so you do feel the manager has a bigger part to play than maybe individuals as such, you know.
They're very similar managers. Bielsa does enormous research into opposition, the stats, and Howard was one of the first people to do that. He got people to take stats, you know, to watch videos of the opposition. He sent scouts out everywhere. The players had to watch certain elements of these videos. You know, Howard was a sort of forerunner of all the managers now have all these stats and all this information about the opposition. So they're very similar.
You know, sort of the starter of like a new sort of mentality in that kind of league, you know, obviously researching that lot. Just to finish off with as well, obviously getting promoted that year, we know about all that 91, 92, but perhaps, you know, even more incredible was the 1990, 1991 season, you know, the unbelievable, like how quickly the team took to, you know, the Premier League, you know.
It was the first division.
Yeah, the first division.
It was the old first division, because we won it in '92. It was the last first division before it became the Premier League. But yeah, we came up and we did ever so well. You know, we took the league by storm. People thought we were going to struggle, And I think we finished, was it 4th or something like that?
Yeah, 4th,
and I had the best season ever. I got 31 goals, which is wonderful. We played a type of swashbuckling type of football going forward at the first opportunity, and it's great to watch and great for me to play in.
Can't thank you enough, Lee, for the interview. Thanks so much for the interview.
Lovely to see you.
Thanks very much.